Imagine living in a world where turning on the lights gets you closer to your funeral every single day. This is the reality for many people in Uganda. As the world moves away from fossil fuels, Uganda faces a deepening energy crisis. With 66% of its people living in energy poverty, the situation is critical. But this isn't just about electricity, it's about survival. Women and young people are the most affected, forced to use dangerous kerosene lamps, locally called tadoba, and traditional fuels that harm their health and future. The stakes couldn't be higher. Can Uganda find a solution and move towards a safer, cleaner future? Time is running out and the lives of millions are at risk. Global Rights Alert is working with young creatives to show the impact of climate injustice in their communities. One such artist, Wilberforce Serunjoji, has created a large version of the Ugandan kerosene lamp called Munako Adoba.
This, the one you're seeing in my hands, is the cheapest way of earning light at night in those poor homes known as Munako Adoba, translated as the poor doesn't have to suffer. Seeing this as a problem, I had to come up as a visual artist.
This powerful symbol represents the prevailing energy poverty and calls for urgent action towards a just energy transition that takes into consideration the socio-economic realities of an ordinary Ugandan.
I call upon the government to make clean energy more affordable and more accessible to the common people down so that we can go off paraffin to more clean energy sources like solar and gas.
Uganda's amazing wildlife and plants are in danger. With over 18,783 species, the country is one of the most biologically diverse in the world. As Uganda moves closer to its first oil, the risks to herd biodiversity are imminent. Moreover, Lake Albert, which provides 15% of Uganda's fish and supports many communities, is under threat. How much longer can Uganda's natural treasures survive this pollution?
The material is everywhere and it is a threat to us. If you guys have an idea on how much plastic we consume and where it usually ends up, most of this plastic is dragged by running water, especially on raining days. Then it is driven all the way to the deep oceans. Currently, it is competing with the biodiversity that is in the waters. As an artist, my work is usually a reflection of my surrounding. I come from a community of 2,000 to 3,000 people and have observed a lot of single-use plastics. A lot of companies currently are packing their products in single-use plastics. Whenever people use them, they dispose them after that. Over these years, I've been getting different ways I can break down the material into different shapes and sizes that can inform projects I'm doing so as to tell a story around what we as a community are doing to the environment, and in that way the work becomes a bridge of bringing on board environmental injustices that are being caused by this material that people are using almost unconsciously. The best idea behind this installation is capture a scene underwater. This project helps me tell that story and help people change their perspective around how they use the material and try to consider the other life that we are coexisting with on this planet. At the core of my work, I think it is really important for us to think about this material in a different way. The government to do something about it, so if we could adjust policies beyond its disposable nature, we just need a platform to tell these stories.
When I looked at the man, the plastic man standing, to me I felt like there were two choices. When you look at the front face of this plastic sculpture, it's like if you make a wrong choice, you're doomed. If you go the other way, you're going the right way. There are consequences to the decisions that we make. Because I saw if we make good decisions, then there are butterflies behind there. We make bad decisions, then we'll get caught up.
Imagine your community being overrun with plastic waste. This is the harsh reality in Uganda, where plastic waste is suffocating neighborhoods and threatening community health. Young artist Linda Aliba has witnessed its devastating effects firsthand, which inspired her to transform this trash into powerful art.
And research shows that on a daily, the Ugandan population disposes of about 600 tons of plastic waste. And that shows how much we are degrading the environment. Improper plastic disposal poses a serious environmental concern. This is due to the widespread use of cheap plastics that most industries find affordable. And that's why plastics are found in almost each and every household. As an artist, I found it vital to come in to look for a way of how we can use these plastics to generate artworks and also for other functions. My creative process starts from identifying the different plastic collection sites and also the garbage dumping sites. After cutting these sheets of plastic into smaller strips, I go ahead and cut them into smaller pieces. It's a slow and tedious process. So this very long process of putting one piece by piece, it reflects on how long these plastics take to decompose into the environment. I'm calling upon you to check the ways you dispose of your plastic waste because they are a danger to the environment and affecting Mother Nature. We all love Earth and we want to live longer. So whatever we do now will reflect how many years we live.
But the problem goes beyond just trash on the streets. Big companies contribute a fifth of the world's carbon dioxide emissions, leading to severe climate impacts. In 2019, the World Health Organization reported that 99% of people worldwide were breathing unsafe air, causing 4.2 million premature deaths, mostly in low and middle income countries. The stakes could not be higher.
River Nyamwamba in Kasese has burst its banks, causing panic among the locals.
Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is a present danger. In Uganda, extreme weather events like floods and droughts are destroying homes and livelihoods. The urgent question is, what are we doing to combat this crisis? Although sub-Saharan Africa has contributed just 1.9% of historical carbon emissions, it suffers the most from the impact of climate change. Individual actions like transitioning towards clean energy alternatives and larger scale efforts like climate financing are crucial to make a difference.
We have phones, we have motherboards for radios, computers, which are imported to our country. Then after using them, there is no way we can reuse them. Instead, we just dispose them off to the environment, which endangers it. We know very well they do not decay. I and Quizela, we've come up with an artwork to send a message. The government and other people concerned to the environment come together and save the environment from the danger of electronic waste.
Uganda's energy transition future is hanging in balance. In December 2023, the country launched its energy transition plan at COP28, showing a commitment to carbon neutrality by 2050 and universal electricity access by 2030. The first crucial step is achieving universal energy access, mainly through electricity. Visual artist Jackson Kirisa, who has witnessed the devastating effects of climate change, advocates for immediate action to prevent further calamities.
Tick-tack, tick-tack, this is how we are running out of time. This is a call to this climate injustice. It's giving us floods, droughts, those natural calamities as you see in the world coming up. But if we ask ourselves where it's coming from, it's due to our carelessness. Look at how we exploit these minerals. Look at how we're taking trees down. Look at how we produce plastics for daily living. We don't think about how we should dispose this. After all the above problems, as a visual artist, I would love to call everyone to think together with Mother Nature of what the future holds for us all as a result of exploiting these natural resources, and then thinking of improving policies and laws.
So can we listen to Mother Earth? Because when she stops speaking, when your mother is silent, that too is a message. So don't wait for Mother Earth to go silent on us.
Will Uganda seize this moment to secure a sustainable energy future?